Simon Rollings.
I'm Ben Franks.
And we're the co-founders of Cannes Wine Group. So Cannes Wine Co. we started in 2019 with the mission of how do you make great wine more accessible and basically have a great glass of wine without having to open a whole bottle. So all about moderation and sustainability. We're now a B Corp and we also work with Positive Luxury to sort of build and promote our sustainable approach to winemaking and the way in which you can enjoy wine. And we've grown to be a national company in the UK, and we also export to multiple countries across the EU.
We've worked with RWK Goodman for 5 years now, and they've helped us through a series of raises and also with merger and acquisition where we acquired the Copper Crew brand, and they've been really supportive all the way through.
We've had a fantastic relationship with RWK Goodman right from the very start. James and Scott have been really supportive through both advisory and also the legal work, and we've continued to work more closely with them as we've scaled, and more legal challenges or advice has been required as we've scaled, and they've always been there on the end of the phone to help us through.
Hi, I'm Scott Priest. I'm a partner in the corporate team at RWK Goodman. I think the work we do for Cannes Wine Company is typical in that they're a perfect model really of the kind of client that we really like to work with. We've been supporting them since the very early stages, right through that growth journey. So we've been on hand to help them right from very early investment through to more substantial sums. When they've looked at property leases, we've been on hand to help them with that. When they've had difficult times and disputes, we've been there to support them. So that's exactly the kind of model we like. We like to get involved early stages and really be with that client through all stages of their growth. I think one of the ways that we can ensure that Cannes Wine Company get the most benefit from working with us is by doing what we do already really and really strengthening our relationship with them. So we know the team at Cannes Wine really well. We keep in close touch with them. We like to know what's going on. We kind of meet up with them on days like today and have a chat. And it's that kind of close integration with the team that I think really helps us as lawyers be prepared for their next step and make sure that we're geared up to help them in whatever they need.
So RWK Goodman's advice and investment has increased significantly in the last few years, in line with our needs as a business. They've brought on a really specialist team to help support in that process, both from sort of advanced subscription agreements right through to advising on venture capital, data rooms and everything that's required to scale and raise investment at a sort of Series A and beyond level, which is where we're at. Being able to go to one place to access a number of different services and the specialisms, whether that is in IP or in litigation or what we use them typically for so far has been investment, but we know that there's the opportunity to scale with them and they can support us across the business in all of our sort of commercial and legal requirements.
So I think our work for Cannes Wine really reflects what we can offer as a commercial practice as a whole. So we've helped them with absolutely everything I think a growing company might need, almost everything a growing company might need, in that we've helped them with substantial investments, we've helped them with reviewing leases, we've helped them with commercial disputes, commercial terms and conditions, all that stuff that any growing business needs and our commercial team can offer, we've been able to help them with and support them.
We've worked with other commercial lawyers in different businesses and they haven't been as attentive or as detailed as RWK Goodman. Sometimes you feel like one of the smaller clients on those lists, whereas with RWK Goodman we get the attention we need.
So we're looking forward to working with RWK Goodman on more potential M&A activity as we scale the business and grow the business through acquisition of brands, and also just more commercial contracts, more larger scale negotiations where they can support us with our bigger clients.
We're confident with all our business that RWK Goodman are the right legal partner.